featherweight championship of the world. Brought to you by Conlan Boxing in association with Bob Arum's Top Rank Incorporated and Frank Warren for Queensberry, along with their great sponsor, 32 Red. It is sanctioned by the British Boxing Board of Control, steward in charge John Williamson, along with the International Boxing Federation, President Darryl Peoples, Supervisor Rob Scott, Timekeeper is Dale Elliott. Our 3 judges assigned, scoring on a 10-point must system will be John McKay of the United States, Terry O'Connor of England, and Benoit Roussel of Canada. Our referee in charge, third man in the ring, will be Michael Alexander of England. And now, ladies and gentlemen, from the SSE Arena in Belfast, Northern Ireland, the time has arrived. This is our main event of the evening. Introducing to you first, the challenger fighting tonight out of the blue corner. He comes to the ring wearing purple with green, white, and gold, and weighed in officially at 8 stone, 13 pounds. He had a stellar amateur career, becoming a 2-time Olympian, and now as a professional, he has a record consisting of 18 wins, just 1 defeat. 9 of his 18 wins come by way of knockout. Hailing from right here, Belfast, he is representing all of Ireland. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the former world title challenger, Michael Conlan. And his opponent across the ring in this main event, he is the defending world champion, fighting tonight out of the red corner. He comes to the ring wearing white with maroon and weighed in the same as his opponent, 8 stone, 13 pounds. His professional record consists of 27 wins, 2 defeats, with 15 of his 27 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, damas y caballeros, de Mexicali, Baja California, Mexico, please welcome the reigning and defending IBF featherweight champion of the world, Luis Alberto Lopez.
Right, lads, you both know the rules, so let's just have a good, clean fight, okay? Most of you want them to defend yourselves at all times, all right? Touch gloves.
All the talking over, and now we'll see. Street fighter against technician. Maybe who's going to get the better start? Will Conlan, as he says, be able to outbox this man? Always starts fast and fairly furious.
Conlan coming out as a southpaw. She wants Lopez to try and launch him with that right hand, get him over to come over that front foot. You see missing with those shots.
Yeah, Isaac low down after just 12 seconds when they fought.
He's dangerous early, isn't he? Lopez, no question. Mick Conlan and Adam Booth will be aware of that.
Adam Booth described him as a street fighter who's acquired technique as he's gone along.
I'd agree. He's got an unorthodox technique. Hampton spoke about it earlier, the way he launches in from different angles. Powerful. So from there, you can keep those punches straight early on. Michael Conlan. Try and frustrate his opponent here, John.
Conlan has incurred referees' wrath on occasion with too many low punches as he tried to target opponents' bodies. He'll be well aware of that. Michael Alexander, the referee, also will be well aware.
Jab's going to be important for Conlan there, just keeping his man at bay and off balance and trying to get Lopez to launch from too far out and make mistakes. It's a better shot there from Conlan, that left hand, that's good work.
It'll take a lot to knock Lopez out of his stride. He is one very, very strong man. Good uppercut inside.
The good shots there from Lopez. Important for Conlan to keep that concentration level very high indeed. Try and keep his man off balance with those long straighter shots. Then adjust the feet and bring him onto the punches as he comes forward.
It is a spine-tingling atmosphere here in Belfast. But Conlan cannot afford to get too emotionally charged. Good work there from Lopez.
A couple of good shots there from Lopez. It wasn't too bad from him.
Heads going close, and the referee has to split them with 30 seconds of the opening round remaining. Nice right hand from Conlan. He really winds up on those big right hands, doesn't he, Lopez?
And the big shots. Better work again from Conlan. Finishing the round nice and strong.
Well, I'll tell you what, this has been a fascinating opening round, and both sides will take heart from it. Who's won it? Who's taken it? We'll get Richie's verdicts in just a moment or two.
Do the little things right and the big stuff takes care of itself. That's why we use delicious 100% British apples and convert all our...
One round complete in the world title fights. Here's some of the action of that opening round, and both men had their moments, Richie.
Very close round indeed, could have been a 10-10. I thought Conlan just did enough towards the end of the round there, just to catch the judge's eyes, but there's not a lot in the round.
Second round, and you can see Conlan, the bigger man, the taller man physically, but Lopez, so tough, so well muscled, so durable, and power as well. Missed by distance with those attempted hooks. And again.
So Conlan with the straight shots, he's just keeping Lopez off balance, but when he does close the gap down, that's when he's dangerous. So Conlan got to concentrate. And again, big shots going in here from both boxers.
Conlan had to take a solid left hook there. Lopez has said, when you plant your feet and look to land power shots, that's when I have my moment.
I think, like I said earlier, John, that's one of the mistakes probably Josh Warrington made against him. He just held his feet a little bit too much after he'd worked, and that gave Lopez a chance to come back with shots. Well, you see, that's better work there from Conlan in adjusting, hitting and moving.
Lopez leaping in behind those shots, partially blocked by Conlan. Trying to work away at Conlan's body. Every little bit of Conlan's success gets a roar of appreciation from the capacity crowd.
Well, fair play to Conlan here. He's taking his man on toe-to-toe, taking a few risks here, Michael Conlan, but nevertheless fighting fire with fire. So this is dangerous stuff for both boxers, but that's a cracking shot.
Well, he's doing here what he did in his last fight, fighting superbly off the front foot. And he's forcing his man back. Lopez having to cover up.
Lopez is probably a little bit surprised here, John. Didn't expect that from Conlan. I said earlier about he finds a way, and here he's just changed tact a little bit, and he's keeping Lopez on the end of his shots, but now Lopez is coming back.
A lot of these shots are missing though from Lopez, Richie. He's expending a lot of energy trying to load up on punches. Oh, that's a good left hand though from Lopez. Already every indication that this is going to be a fascinating fight, and Conlan on top again in the closing seconds.
Good response from Conlan there, keeping Lopez onto the ropes. Great second round, and again Lopez comes back.
You can't do that, the smile tells you all.
And a good sustained attack from him, and probably did enough to just nick the round, but it was close. Both the first round, first and second round have been close indeed.
All to play for. Conlan on Richie's card is ahead. Lopez, who's been preparing for two months in Las Vegas, has employed a strength and conditioning coach. He believes that he'll be the power puncher in there.
The good body shots there going in from Lopez. He's strong, isn't he?
Very. But then back comes Conlan, again on the front foot, trying to go toe-to-toe with the fighter, with the brawler.
Very important to keep that bobbing and weaving in front of Lopez, try and make Lopez miss the target. Lopez knows he's too far out, so he launches in there again, launches in with his shots to try and get closer to hit the target.
Conlan makes him miss with the headshots, but has to absorb a solid left hook to the body. Good work from Conlan. And again.
Lopez probably a little bit too far out. Better work from Conlan, keeping it at bay, but as I say that, Lopez scores with a great right uppercut.
He's in trouble, Conlan's in trouble. He staggered back after that right uppercut, and here comes Lopez. This is a rocky moment for Conlan. He's having to dig in here. He needs to cover up. He needs to buy precious seconds. He's trying to hold on to do precisely that. How well has he recovered? He's got 45 seconds to go in this third round, and those were real rocky moments as Lopez landed with that tremendous right hand. And he's still coming, Lopez, still going looking for him, still going looking for the early knockout that he promised he'd delivered. And again, Conlan holds on, and the crowd is roaring him on. He takes another terrific left hand, but he's still in there, and now trying to fight back with power punches of his own.
Big round for Lopez, but fair play to Conlan. He's getting through the storm. We spoke about it earlier that he'll have to come through the storms here and there, and he looks like he has done here. So Conlan on the way back, but Lopez, a tremendous sustained attack from him.
Another phenomenal round, great round for Lopez, his best of the fight so far, and now they have to regroup in that Conlan corner.
Listen.
We think this is where the trouble came. This is what started it. Bang! The right uppercut.
Yeah, the right uppercut and the left hook. That was a cracking shot. And here, Mick Conlan, he's in a bit of trouble, and Lopez knows it. Then he targets the body, but he keeps the attack going. So sustains the pressure. Literally runs over to Conlan, who's backing off. Tries to catch him there with a shot. Follows through with the left hand. And now he knows that Mick Conlan has taken a couple of heavy shots. And the signs were bad here for Conlan. These were rocky moments indeed. Gets caught there, but towards the end of the round, then he just weathered the storm and got through it. But it's a big round for Lopez, catching Conlan here.
Well, fair play, he found a way, survival instincts, he was on rubbery legs, which looked as though they were going to betray him completely at one point. And that's how Richie's got it. Conlan ahead by virtue of taking those first 2 rounds. There's a little bit of reddening around the right eye of Conlan. How well has he recovered from the concussive punches of Lopez, who starts on the front foot again?
That's the big question now for Conlan. Straight away, hitting and moving, retreating behind that jab. Trying to keep Lopez at bay, but difficult. Lopez strong coming forward, trying to close the gap down to land those power shots.
He's landed 2 more on the head, left and a right, and another straight right. And Conlan wants to hold on again. Every time that Lopez gets close and throws a punch, it's thrown with knockout intent. Good body shot from Conlan. Superior footwork clearly is with Conlan, but the power seems to lie with Lopez.
Seems to launch the attack from far out, doesn't he, Lopez, but he's successful with them. He's got that speed. There's an example there, right on cue. He looks way out of range and then launches with that left hook.
A smile on his face. He's enjoying this, Lopez. But he's put so much into the last couple of rounds. Is he going to be able to sustain as the heads clash together?
Test of fitness, test of willpower for both boxers here. Like you've said, Michael, Conlan has come through that storm, so a little bit more confidence now. And Lopez still very dangerous. Conlan got to concentrate on those straight shots and gets caught there.
Left hand caught Conlan there. Conlan tried to hold on, stumbled down, ref says no knockout. How unsteady on his feet was he? That right hand was way low from Lopez. Conlan coming back. And Conlan won't be shy of returning fire with fire if he feels he's on the receiving end of illegal tactics. Huge left hook again from Lopez.
Throws the punches with so much leverage, different angles. Every shot, like you said, John, very dangerous. Power in both hands, Lopez.
Flat-footed, almost looks pedestrian, but when he leaps into action, there's real dynamite in those fists. Solid body shot again from Lopez. And another one. As we come towards the bell to end another terrific round. Power puncher, Lopez thinks he's won. The Mexican macho man, the champion, surely did enough to win that round as well.
Big shots went in from Lopez in this round. Conlan trying to avoid them. But there was some real big punches from him, especially the left up, launching from way out but hitting the target.
A little bit of reddening, as I said, around that right eye of Conlan. And on Richie's card now, the fight level. Is Lopez going to be able to sustain the tremendous power of the attacks in those last 2 rounds? Remember against Josh Warrington in the closing stages of the fight, there were signs maybe that Lopez was beginning to run out of steam a little bit, but there's another solid right hand from Lopez.
Big shot again from Lopez. Launches it from way out, but he's hitting the target. Conlan trying to keep him at bay, targeting Lopez's body also as he comes forward. And again, it's Lopez with the eye-catching shots, John, that's the problem.
You just sense that Conlan could do with something big here, just to give a sense of turning the tide and stop the onslaughts of Lopez. Like that right hand, yes, followed up by a solid body shot. Oh my goodness, from Conlan down, and the towel has come in. He's gone straight in, they've said it's off, and they put the towel in, and Conlan is beaten. Lopez is the champion still, and instantly as Conlan went down, Adam Booth hurled the towel into the ring, and he's on the canvas and doesn't really know where he is.
He actually caught Lopez with a good shot just before that, but then gets caught himself with a big punch as Lopez come forward. Adam Booth threw that towel in. He could see that his boxer was in distress there. Brave kid, Michael Conlan. He's just up against a real big puncher that could knock you out with either hand. And Conlan came through a couple of little storms there, tried to get back to his boxing. He just walked onto a big shot. But fair play to Adam Booth. He says enough is enough, and the towel's coming.
Massive puncher, Lopez, and he was looking to unload with huge shots right from the word go. He's over there now with Mick Conlan, and that's good to see. No triumphalism at this point from the champion. His first instinct to go and make sure that Mick Conlan's okay.
Yeah, and he knows he's in against a warrior. You know, at the end of the day, Mick Conlan, we know how skillful he is, and we said that he'd have to chop and change, and he did. Sometimes he was trying to keep it long, Mick Conlan behind that jab, but Lopez was getting past that, closing that gap down. But then at one point in the fight, Conlan said, right, come on then, I'll take you on, let's go toe to toe, and had some success. But Lopez, that's his strength, that's the style he likes, and you know, he's just caught him with a good shot. But fair play to Adam Booth there, throwing the towel in. He's seen that his boxer had enough, and he threw that towel in, and that's a good decision there by Adam Booth.
Going toe to toe with this guy would appear to have been a very high risk strategy.
Well, I think Michael Conlan always knew that was going to be a danger, but he just couldn't keep him at bay. There were some great jabs going in from Conlan, but Lopez was walking through them. He was launching his work from way out too far, what it seemed, but they were honing in on the target, and they were catching Conlan.
Well, still he is receiving treatment. He's seated on a stool in front of our commentary position here, Mick Conlan, still receiving oxygen, and the medical men making sure he's okay, and he's now helped to his feet and is walking under his own steam back to his corner, comforted by his brother. And it's a sad moment for the Belfast fans and for Irish boxing, but you have to say he was beaten by a champion who on the night looked very formidable indeed.
On the night he looked very formidable, John, like you just said, and wasn't bothered about the crowd, boxing away from home. You know, probably a true champion, and with awesome power. Let's have a look at it here. Gets caught with a left hook there. And it's that little right uppercut, isn't it? So there's a left hook before that, but then that right uppercut that was bang on the button, and Adam Booth, he could see that shot. There it was there. That is a very powerful punch indeed.
It was thrown so quickly on the blind side of our main camera here. It was almost difficult to pick up exactly where the punch came from. But the slow motions reveal it was absolutely precision stuff.
Yeah.
Inch perfect.
Very, very powerful, very, very accurate. The left hook actually missed the target, but that's puts him in the... When you throw a left hook, it then puts you in a position for the right uppercut, and he came through, and he's gone bang on the button. It was a very good punch indeed.
Well, Paul Stevenson, Nick Bull's trainer, had said that Bull was ready for the world title. Having watched that, I'm not sure at the moment, although having said that, styles make fights, but what a battle of power punches that would be if it ever happened.
Yeah, that's a mouth-watering prospect, isn't it, in contest? But that's another night. Tonight, this was Lopez's night. Boxed very well. Not a lot in the fight, John, for me, going into that round. Close rounds, hard fought. Conlan came through a storm and looked at one point that he was pushing Lopez back, but this fella, he had those eye-catching punches, and like I said, in either hand has the power to knock an opponent out. Very dangerous indeed.
Yeah, it was always had the little bit of a look once the pattern was established of a pea shooter power one side and real howitzers on the other. He just looked as though he was the power operator in there. And although Mick nicked the first couple of rounds, once the power punches started to unload, it seemed as though there was an inevitability.
And And Mick Conlan is a very good switch hitter, but he didn't switch tonight. The tactics were to box as a southpaw. That makes that right hand of his opponent a little bit further away from his own target, and he's got to launch it from far out, which he did, but he did it with precision, with speed, with power that got home. And Conlan just couldn't keep him at bay with those jabs. At one point I thought Conlan was boxing very well, but Lopez was kept coming forward, knew he was too far out, and injection of pace with the feet and closed that gap down very quickly.
Well, Conlan now is back up on his feet. The medical men are leaving the ring. He's recovered okay. Thank goodness, you will say, I'm sure, watching on. He's bitterly, bitterly disappointed. There are tears in there. He's being consoled by cornermen. Referee Michael Alexander has the champion on his left side, and the announcement of the result is coming up any moment now from Thomas Treiber, and this will be very, very difficult listening here in Belfast.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is the official time. 1 minute 14 seconds of round number 5. The blue corner signaled our referee Michael Alexander to stop the contest. Therefore, your winner by way of technical knockout and still IBF featherweight champion of the world, Luis Alberto Lopez.
Conlan sportingly applauds while that announcement is made. It is going to take something special to beat this fella, and tonight, for all the skill that Mick Conlan has, it just wasn't enough, and we still have a Mexican champion in Luis Alberto Lopez.
John Ritchie, thank you very much indeed. Carl Frampton, straight to you. The pattern seems set, Carl, and Michael Conlan couldn't